the girl everyone wanted, but nobody truly knew. You ever meet someone so beautiful that everybody wanted a piece of them? Not because they loved them, not because they understood them, but because they looked good standing next to them. This is the story of a girl named Maya, and the crazy part is, the loneliest people are usually the ones everybody thinks are loved, the perfect girl. Maya was the type of girl people noticed immediately. When she walked into a room, conversations paused, girls stared, men whispered. People assumed her life had to be easy, pretty face, perfect body, thousands of followers online, pictures in fancy restaurants, trips, gifts, attention. From the outside, she looked like she had everything, but what nobody saw was what happened after she got home. The silence, the empty apartment, the unread messages from her mother. The night said she cried herself to sleep while thousands of people liked her selfies. Because attention and love are not the same thing, and Maya was learning that the hard way. Maya grew up in a house where emotions didn't exist. Her father only noticed achievements. Her mother only corrected mistakes. Nobody asked her how she felt, so she learned early. If I look perfect, maybe people will finally love me. That became her addiction, validation. At 14, she was already comparing herself to older girls online. At 16, boys were obsessed with her. At 18, she realized beauty gave her power, and power felt safer than vulnerability. So she mastered the art of looking happy, even when she wasn't. The men she attracted, prettier Maya became, the more people projected fantasies onto her. Men didn't ask questions. They assumed things. She must be high maintenance. She probably talks to rich guys. She's definitely toxic. She probably has hundreds of men chasing her. But most of those men never actually wanted to know her. They wanted access to her. Some wanted sex. Some wanted status. Some wanted to say they got the pretty girl. And Maya could feel it. That's why every relationship started feeling empty. One man bought her expensive gifts, but cheated constantly. Another posted her online like a trophy, but ignored her emotions in private. Another said he loved her after 2 weeks, but disappeared the moment she opened up about her pain. And after every heartbreak, Maya blamed herself. Maybe I'm too hard to love. Social media lied to her. Social media made everything worse. Every day she saw people pretending to be in love, luxury dates, matching outfits, flowers for the camera. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, disrespect, cheating, loneliness, silence, but nobody posts the ugly parts. So Maya kept chasing an image, not real connection, not peace, just the appearance of being wanted. And that's the trap a lot of people are living in right now. We live in a generation where people would rather look loved than actually be loved. People know how to take pictures together, but they don't know how to communicate. They know how to flirt, but not how to stay loyal. They know how to attract attention, but not how to maintain intimacy. And slowly, Maya became exhausted. The night, everything changed. One night, Maya went to a birthday party. Loud music, beautiful people, expensive alcohol, the type of place everybody online would call living your best life. But that night, something strange happened. She looked around the room and realized everybody was performing. Girls pretending to be confident, men pretending to be rich, couples pretending to be happy. Nobody looked present. Everybody looked anxious, and suddenly, she felt sick, not physically, emotionally, because for the first time in her life, she realized she had built her identity around being desired, not being known. So she quietly left the party, went home, removed her makeup, sat on the bathroom floor and cried, not because somebody hurt her, but because she finally realized she didn't even know who she was without validation. The next day, Maya disappeared from social media. No post, no selfies, no stories. At first, people panicked. Are you okay? Why did you disappear? Did something happen? But after a few weeks, most people moved on, and that hurt her more than she expected, because it confirmed something painful. A lot of people only care about your presence when you entertain them, not when you heal. During those months alone, Maya started learning herself for the first time. She started journaling, reading, going on walks without taking pictures, listening instead of performing, and slowly, she realized how disconnected she had become from her real self. She didn't know her favorite hobby, didn't know what genuinely made her happy, didn't know what kind of love she actually deserved. She only knew how to be admired. One day at a cafe, Maya met an older woman named Elena. Elena wasn't flashy. No designer clothes, no need for attention, but she had something Maya had never seen before. Peace, real peace, the kind that doesn't need validation. The two started talking, and after listening quietly, Elena told her something that changed her life forever. She said, "Beauty can attract people, but only character can make the right people stay." Maya went silent, because nobody had ever taught her that. Elena continued, "You spent your whole life trying to be chosen, but you never stopped to ask if the people choosing you were even good for you." That sentence broke her, because it was true. Maya had spent years feeling rejected by emotionally unavailable people, without realizing emotionally healthy people would never make her feel that confused in the first place. Then she started rebuilding herself. Healing wasn't quick. Some days, Maya missed the attention. Some days, she wanted to post just to feel. Wanted again. But slowly she started changing. She stopped entertaining inconsistent men, stopped needing compliments to feel valuable, stopped confusing chemistry with compatibility, and for the first time, she started protecting her peace instead of chasing validation. That changed everything. Her circle became smaller, but healthier. Her life became quieter, but more genuine, and even though fewer people had access to her, the people who remained actually cared about her, not her appearance, not her social media, her, the man who saw her. About a year later, Maya met someone different, a man named Daniel, and what shocked her most was this. He wasn't obsessed with impressing her. He listened carefully, asked thoughtful questions, respected boundaries, communicated clearly. At first, Maya didn't trust it, because chaos had become familiar to her. Healthy love felt strange. No games, no manipulation, no inconsistency, just calm, and that's when she realized something important. A lot of people mistake emotional instability for passion, but real love usually feels safe, not confusing. Daniel didn't worship her beauty. He appreciated it, but he cared more about her mind, her healing, her character, and for the first time in her life, Maya felt seen, not desired. Years later, Maya looked back at her old life differently. She realized beauty was never the problem. The problem was building your identity around external validation, because eventually, attention fades, looks change, followers disappear, but character, peace, self-respect, emotional intelligence, those things age beautifully, and the truth is, some of the most attractive people in the world are deeply lonely because nobody taught them how to build genuine connection. They learned how to attract attention, but not how to choose healthy relationships. And maybe that's why so many people today feel empty, because we live in a world and we are obsessed with being desired, but terrified of being truly known. So if you're listening to this right now, and your whole self-worth depends on attention, on validation, on being chosen, ask yourself this: who are you when nobody is watching? Who are you when the compliments stops? When the messages slow down? When the spotlight disappears? Because the strongest people are not the ones everybody wants. They're the ones who still know their value. Even in silence, being admired is temporary. Being deeply known and genuinely loved, that's rare. A few years later, Maya's life looked completely different. Not louder, not more glamorous, just healthier. She no longer woke up checking who viewed her stories. She no longer needed attention to feel alive. And strangely enough, that was when she became the happiest. One afternoon, she was sitting at a small cafe with Daniel. No cameras, no luxury restaurant, no audience, just peace. And while Daniel was talking, Maya caught herself smiling quietly. Because for the first time in her life, she wasn't performing. She wasn't trying to impress anyone, wasn't trying to look desirable, wasn't trying to prove her worth. She could finally relax, and that's when she realized something painful. Most of her younger years were spent surviving emotionally, not actually living. She spent years trying to become the perfect woman for people who were never emotionally mature enough to love her properly anyway, and suddenly, She thought about all the girls still trapped in that cycle. Girls starving for validation online. Girls confusing attention with love. Girls lowering their standards because they're afraid to be alone. Girls performing confidence while secretly feeling empty inside. And she wished someone had told her earlier. Being desired by many people means nothing if you are deeply unhappy in private. That night, Maya posted online for the first time in months. Not a glamorous selfie, not a thirst trap, not a luxury picture, just a simple photo of the sunset. And underneath it, she wrote, "Some of the most beautiful people are deeply lonely because they built their identity around being admired instead of being understood. Please heal before the world convinces you that attention is love." The post went viral, but this time Maya didn't care about the numbers because she had finally found something better than validation, herself, and honestly, that's a lesson a lot of people need right now. This world profits from your insecurity. It teaches people to market themselves instead of knowing themselves, to chase attention instead of peace, to collect followers instead of building real relationships. But one day, the noise fades, and when it does, you will be left alone with yourself. So build a life that still feels meaningful in silence. Learn yourself, heal yourself, protect your peace. Because the goal should never be to become the most desired person in the room. The goal should be to become someone who no longer needs external validation to feel valuable. And that kind of confidence, nobody can take it away from you. If this helped you understand the pattern, follow Soft Power Psychology for more clarity, not confusion and love. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next breakdown. Welcome to Soft Power Psychology, where emotional patterns become power, pain becomes wisdom, and silence becomes self-respect.